Common Sense on Mutual Funds by John C. Bogle is a definitive guide for investors, where the founder of Vanguard Group offers his profound insights into the world of mutual funds. Bogle promotes the value of index investing, low cost funds, and the importance of understanding the risks and returns associated with fund investing, emphasizing long term investment strategies over chasing short term gains. Here's our pick of the top 10 insights from the book. 1. The shocking long term underperformance of the average actively managed fund compared to passive index funds due to high costs and fees. Imagine a world where a bustling army of fund managers, armed to the teeth with complex algorithms and insider whispers, engage in an epic battle against, well, a lazy, low cost couch potato strategy. That's essentially the financial gladiator arena that John C. Bogle describes. But here's the plot twist: the couch potato, also known as the passive index fund, often crushes the spandex clad active fund managers. Why? Because while the active managers are flexing their stock picking muscles and sweating up a storm, they're also leaking precious dollars in fees and expenses faster than a sieve. They're essentially trying to outdance gravity, and spoiler alert, they're not winning that tango. So, investors who choose those high octane funds can often find themselves with skinnier wallets over time, victims of the silent killer in the investment world: excessive costs. Bogle's insight is like a financial public service announcement. Simplicity and thrift often trump complexity and activity when it comes to long term investment gains. 2. John C. Bogle debunks the myth of superior stock picking skills, showing how most fund managers fail to beat the market over time. Let's slice through the mystique of Wall Street's wizardry. John C. Bogle takes a wand, or should we say a blunt spreadsheet, to the grand illusion of top tier stock picking prowess. With the unyielding might of data, he reveals a rather inconvenient truth for self proclaimed investment oracles. The majority are more like financial muggles, routinely outpaced by the humble, tortoise paced market indices. Basically, after the glitter settles and fees are tallied, your average Joe in a fancy suit fund manager might just be winging a pricier guess than a well placed bet on the good old market itself. Who needs Hogwarts when you have numbers and patience, right? 3. The paradox of diversification in mutual funds reveals that over diversification can actually harm investment returns instead of providing the intended safety. Ah, the paradox of diversification, a bitter pill to swallow in the mutual fund medicine cabinet. Bogle's sharp observation slices through the financial ballyhoo like a hot knife through overpriced butter. Here's the kicker: stacking your portfolio with a boatload of funds won't make you the next Warren Buffett. It's more likely to turn your returns into a sad trombone soundtrack. Why? Because when you over diversify, you're basically attending every party in town. And just like in real life, you end up exhausted and forget where you parked your car. You neutralize the zest of standout performers, which are diluted by the mediocre many. Investing becomes less about strategy and more about collecting fun names like Pokemon cards, hoping one magically evolves into a higher return. Keep it smart, not scattered. 4. Bogle's insistence that simplicity in investing trumps complexity, as the latter often serves the financial industry's interests more than the investors. Imagine your investment strategy like a cup of coffee. Bogle is the barista telling you that a simple, strong espresso, low cost index funds in this case, beats a fancy, overpriced frappuccino with all the syrupy complexities that feed more into the cafe's cash register than into your caffeine satisfaction. Complexity might look alluring on that flashy menu market, with bells and whistles promising the moon, but Bogle knows it's often just financial froth that doesn't brew you more beans in the long run. Stick to the basics, he'd say, and watch your portfolio perk up over time without the unnecessary and costly sprinkles. 5. The revelation that higher cost mutual funds do not equate to better performance. In fact, they often yield worse returns for investors. The paradox of paying more for less. It's like buying a designer rock for your garden, expecting it to grow better petunias. Bogle's slap to the forehead insight rattles the piggy banks of investing wisdom by highlighting a counterintuitive truth. Forking over more dough for pricier mutual funds often leads to a lighter wallet rather than a fatter one. These high cost funds, with their sleek marketing and promises of champagne returns, frequently sputter out like discount fireworks, leaving investors with a hangover of disappointment and a portfolio that's seen better days. So, next time you're shopping for funds, remember that a lean, mean, cost effective fund is often your ticket to a joyride on the compound interest highway. To sum it up, Common Sense on Mutual Funds by John C. Bogle is a critical examination of the mutual fund industry, exposing the pitfalls of active management, the detriments of excessive fees, and the false promise of superior stock picking abilities. It champions simplicity and cost efficiency in investing as the true path to financial success, challenging investors to rethink their strategies in favor of low cost index funds. Thanks for watching.